Former White House press secretary Kayleigh McEnany joins me now. Kayleigh, did you go to the dinner?
No, Jesse. I stay far away from the hyenas. I spent enough time with them in the briefing room.
Good. You were probably watching Jesse Watters' Primetime on DVR, like all of us do on Saturday nights.
Yes.
What was this like for you? I know you experienced this, sitting there and then watching it from TV. This one seemed different to me.
Yeah, it's really odd to watch Joe Biden sit there and complain that this room full of people are insufficiently sycophantic to him. I mean, these are people that drool over him. When I look at some of these polls and I see, oh, there are 2% who think the economy is excellent. They're the people in that room. They were less than thrilled, and there you have Biden sitting there begging them essentially to cover for him. And it's just interesting to watch because, I go back to my briefings and how hostile the press is. And Karine Jean-Pierre's briefing, it's really just a conversation among friends. And you look at what happened Saturday night, it's just another conversation among friends. Add in some wine, add in some dinner, and put it on a Saturday night. This is the group that America is up against. The press is covering for him, but I don't think it makes him cross the finish line.
Yeah, probably add in some gummies, too. When you know somebody who you don't like, Kayleigh, and that person who you don't like likes something, and then you think, wait a second, if that person likes something, I can't like that. That must be bad. It's kind of like when Gutfeld likes a song. I'm like, oh my God, this song must be terrible. Do you think the American voters see the media love and protect Joe Biden so pathetically? They're like, wait a second, this is gross. If someone likes Joe Biden that much and carries that much water for him, something must be wrong.
Yes. And I totally resonate with the Gutfeld song.
Right,
so I'm with you on that.
Right.
They're the worst, and yours are pretty good there on the 5.
Thank you.
But look, I think that, they see the economy is terrible. They can't afford food. I mean, this is widespread. Young people can't afford mortgages, can't afford a home, can't afford rent. And then you flip it over to the New York Times, and there's this one article I just can't get out of my head from a few months back where it's Aviator Joe, Dark Brandon. And that time when that meme came up, they just all glommed onto it. And all of these major news outlets were almost celebratory. Like, this guy's finally cool. He finally has one iota of the swagger that Barack Obama had, and they tried to make it work. And people just look at that, they roll their eyes, and they see this presidency for the failure of what it is, and they think back to 3 years ago, and they remember the good days of President Trump. And that is why you see the polls soaring the way they are for the former president.
Yeah, Dark Brandon had trouble ripping that dinner roll in half. Probably needed his aviators for that a little oomph. Kayleigh, thank you so much. Good to see you.
Little butter knife.
Little butter knife. Use the knife.